Hello, is my video okay now? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me see the gallery view. How is everyone? Happy New Year. Hello. Hi. I see many faces. Happy New Year to everybody. I see US, Philippines, Canada, Taiwan. Wow. Hello, Christina. I remember you from last week. That was awesome. From Boston, right? Wow. And we have North Dakota here. Oh my goodness. Elsie's here too. This is really great because just at a comfort of our home, we can still get together and we'll do our very best to have some messages crossed. But being the very first meeting, I wanted to first introduce myself for those who've never met me. First, my name is Essie. As you can see on my name there, Essie Lee. And I'm a Sharon Rose Master with Atomy Canada. So I live maybe about 15 minutes drive from Toronto, north. And yeah, there's a lot of different diversities in terms of food, culture, languages. It's exciting part of Toronto. So if you ever, and you know, we've just opened up a center nearby. So if you're ever in Canada, give us a shout because we're all big family here. Okay. And also, we had our meeting. I don't know if that poster is being circulated. So 6 friends that we found each other through Mike Sujardi. Yes, thank you again. He has to be thanked every time because yeah, we became really close, and we got together twice last week and had a quick meeting on, okay, so how do we do this? How can we exchange values? So I thought, okay, I want to start and do what I guess I'm comfortable doing it, sharing Atomy. And I don't know, everyone's busy, right? And I definitely believe in effectiveness, efficiency, higher rate of success rate in anything just because we are given very, very little time for everything. So I thought about, okay, how can we go about it? And I thought about this topic. It was rather long. Do you remember what the topic was? Okay, so we're going to activate the chat room here. Yeah, renaming us. Mike is the naming police, and he's going to be on your case until you get it done. So might as well get it done because he will be on your case. Just trying to be really protective of our contents and everybody's privacy here. So what we're going to do, we're trying to be interactive. So if you're here, okay, do you see a little button at the bottom? If you've never been here joining for the first time, there's a little button called chat. So if you click on that, we can communicate there. If you have any questions, you can. So how we do this is that I'm going to have a talk, maybe half of the time, and we'll invite the other speakers to give their thoughts on this topic. So if anybody really remembers, do you know what the topic is about tonight? If you seriously understand and remember it, then type it away. There's a gift. Is product appreciation really important to be successful in United? Wow. In Hey Song, there will be a gift sent to your home. I haven't decided what to give, but there will be. Yes. Thank you, Christina. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Israel, we'll take care of you. He's awesome, right? He's driving, but he's listening to everything. So I'll make sure he marks my word. Okay. So yes. So it's rather, I guess, abundant, but everyone, absolutely everyone, and just about seriously everybody who comes on the stage, who are successful, who are just beginning to experience succeed, they always talk about products in Atomy. So who here believes that yes, it's absolutely important? Like, yes, you type 1 in the chat room right now. This is it. You have to. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yes, 1. Yes. You know why? because I'm just trying to make sure that David Kavuma is paying full attention, because I really need his undivided attention to function the best. Thank you, Teresa. So yeah, I'm going to actually do a little interactive session here. Okay, so that was our topic. Thank you, Inhe and Christina. So if I can play this, can you show me? Yep, does it work? Inhe, do you see everything?
Yeah, I see, but you have the people's camera? Yeah, okay, it's better to be up there.
Okay, thank you. So again, in the chat room, define success. Let's start from there. So everyone wants to be successful, but if you have to define success in Atomy in one word, maximum 2 words, how do you define success in Atomy? In the chat room right now. Let's just go on the same page to start off with. Satisfaction, worry-free, absolute quality, live balanced life, 2 words, balanced life, fulfillment, balanced life. Wow. Nobody's talking about masterships, balanced life. Yes. You know what? Yes, it is the reason why I started being able to be generous. Yes, absolutely. In terms of success, so if you read a little caption underneath, you can see there's no right or wrong answer here. And I'm going to be a little more worldly, because in order to live a balanced life, what is the very first one that Mr. Park laid out for you? Financial freedom. Thank you, Christina. You have to live well. You have to live well. Affluency is a thing. The more you have, the more you can share. So let's get it right. And I know this is a business class. In order to succeed in Atomy, we need to get to that financial part of it. You need PVs, you need consumers, you need people shopping, people who are challenging, all that stuff, right? So success in Atomy, there's many things. Love, learn, give. Yes. And I'm going to a little bit narrowing it down. There. The second one, let's say financial freedom, or to be successful in Atomy, you're saying balanced life. I got a lot of balanced life. In order to get there, I'm narrowing it down a little bit here to get to my point. What do we need to get to that balanced life that they say it's success in Atomy? Again, no right or wrong answer here. Goals. Perseverance, focus. Okay. Commitment, determination, achievable. Wow, this really high class and high level audience here. Financial and time freedom. So in order to be successful in Atomy, they say that, well, generally, let's say more in a business sense of it, they say if you can be in a Royal Leaders Club, would you agree, Mike? Would you consider yourself, I am successful here? Because a lot of speakers that travel around globally for Atomy, I think they usually at least a leaders club, Royal Leaders Club, meaning you're making at least 200,000 a year, right? To become a Royal Leaders Club member. So let's kind of narrow it down. In order to become a member for Royal Leaders Club, which, so we have Jessica from Malaysia. She's already in Leaders Club, and she'll be entering Royal Leaders Club, and we'll be following her real fast, right? So how do we get there? So let's kind of narrow it down, and you can be a little bit worldly, that's fine, and a little more functional, a little bit, we're not judging here. So how do you become a Royal Leaders Club member? What do we need to get there? Never quit. There's another commitment. You need lots and lots of consumers. Yes. Yes. Religiously do the 8 steps, duplication. Yes. Loyal, automatic consumers. Consumers. This is a consumer-driven business. Okay, we're getting there. Thank you very much for every single answer out there. Partner success, I love it. Okay, so then let's define our professional title here in Atomy. So Mike Sujardi, he's a Sharon Rose master. David Kuvuma, he's a sales master. And Israel Kim, Sharon Rose master. Christina, Diamond master, right? That's a rank. But what's our professional title? What are you in Atomy? Are you a consumer? Are you a coach, a CEO? Sharing and connect to people. Great. So distributor, Jackie. You could consumer and leader, entrepreneur, yes. So it's not a trick question, but what I'm trying to sort of get our minds on is we need a lot of consumers buying products and defining our professional. So if you have to have, so does anybody have a business card for Atomy? Yeah, some people do. Yeah, I'm old school. I like to give out still sometimes business cards. And I call myself a VIP distributor. I don't know. Mentor, coach. Yes, you got to be all that. But if you have to ask, and network marketer, yes, there could be many. But if you really think about it and just be really simple, then we're distributors here. That's a professional. You can be a sales master. You could be a very new person. You could be a star master. We're still a distributor, simply. And you read an agent. What is a distributor? An agent who supplies goods to stores and other businesses that sell to customers. Yeah, and nobody wants to hear sells, supplies goods. Who likes? Okay, so does anybody like to be in sales? Then type 1 in chat room. Does anybody love sales? You just love selling. Not even one person. Do you know what I used to do before I started Atomy business? Actually, I was doing it together for a bit too. I used to sell homes in my area. I used to be a real estate agent for a very long time. And I used to sell mortgages before that. So it kind of had the smooth transaction to be a realtor for a long time. And I can say I love the profession. You can still be a coach. You can be a CEO. You can be everything with a profession in that industry. But I hated sales component of that profession. I hated working with customers. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. If I knew that I have to come here and push products, I would have never done it. Never done it. Never done it. But we have to get past this in order to become a successful person in Atomy. And I'm going to share, okay, just my 2 cents, but I'm going to share something that I think it might be useful. Because if you're here, I know some of them could be somewhat new, but many of us here, we are determined to find success in Atomy. And let's not joke. You cannot get there without doing this part at the very beginning. Okay, leaders, go to the chat room. Tell me, type 1 if you agree. You got to get this past. You got to do it and then just get past it as fast as you can. But you need to do the distributors ship. You need to distribute products in Atomy. If you agree, then type 1, please. Wow, you're right on the spot. Yeah, I don't like to do it. I'm not a salesperson. And my daughter, now she's a teenager, but she honestly thought the first few months, and she'd be at the back of my car. I'm always driving around on the phone. And yeah, she'll tell me, Mommy, I know you used to sell homes, but you're selling toothbrush now. You know, she was a bit embarrassed. I'm like, hey, there's nothing to be embarrassed. Yes, I do. But I had that confusion at the beginning. No, am I not? Okay, so there's a lot of ones coming up. So let's face it. We are distributors in Atomy. You could be a coach. You could be a life partner, a life coach. You could be a motivator. You can be entrepreneur, everything you have to be. But at the very beginning, especially And the base of it is a distributorship, and the products have to move around. Products have to be consumed, and we need PVs, right? Have you heard of USA in Atomy? I don't know if it's like a North American thing, but wherever you go, you hear, how do you do Atomy? Oh, do USA. Have you heard of it? If you know, you can write it down. What is USA? I live in Canada. I live in Toronto, but if you ask anybody these days, so how do you do Atomy? They say, just do USA. Anyone? Use, share, attend. Thank you very much. Use the products and share the products and attend the meetings. So using the products and sharing the products, you can do it. And you can be consumers, you can be just anybody, and you can do the first two. And the third, thank you, the third step, attend meetings, is what puts you apart from consumer and the distributor. If you're a distributor, you want to build and you want to become a big income earner, you want to have an empire in Atomy business, you have to attend meetings in order to create that duplication machine. But if you don't want that big, then you're okay with the first two steps. So you're going to hear this a lot. Use a product, share the products, and attend the meetings. So what I'm going to, there's only one single purpose that I'm trying to achieve today, is how important is that, like, appreciation for this product going to really affect. I know some Imperial Master, he is very well known Imperial Master. And the secret I heard, and I was very shocked, because he just casually told someone that, yeah, sometimes I get confused between toner and the lotion. I'm like, ah! I'm serious. I was like, how? But he has 18 years of MLM experience, and with all other experience, he's one in maybe million or billion. So let's not go by that. Even if you're a male member, if you're just not really used to using all these things, I think it's still really important that you know your products, right? But I'm going to show you. Let's say you decided to distribute Atomy products now, and we have something called lotion, right? A few different ones now, but you don't have to do it right now, but just visualize yourself going on to Google, and then you search facial lotion. Imagine how many options you would have. You don't even have to go to Google, just go to Korea. And, oh, the gray box is covering the question. I want to see the chat room. Okay. If you go to Google, or you just go to Korea, just walk out on the street and trying to see how many options you have for lotion. Do you think you'll have a lot? Yeah, quite a bit. What do you think? More than a few options? Absolutely. Right, you remember, you don't have to read all that stuff, but do you remember what Ju Young Park said? Do you remember his story on milk? I'm sure Mike's trying to remember. Do you remember the milk story? How hard it is. So if someone's been buying milk, brand A, loves it. Well, milk is milk, but he's been buying that all his life, like 30 years. And then he goes to supermarket and he sees brand B, it's like 30% off that day. Okay. So maybe that sale might provoke him to go for the brand B. But he asks you, so what if next week you went back to get more milk and the sale sign is off? What do you think he would do? Same price. What do you think they would do? Go back to brand A that he's been consuming for past 30 years. Consumer behavior, it's all over the marketing or business school, wherever you go in the sales. It's very, very hard. It says 7 times, it says 8 touches, 8 exposures, but in order for someone to try an ice cream, apparently 150 times or 200 times, they need to see it in order for someone to go, oh, maybe I'll try it, right? So our job is to share to the point where they switch to Atomy, right? Okay, I'm getting there. So consistent exposure is important. So 7 times, 8 times statistically. But is that all? So just keep just bringing products to people's face, Atomy products, Atomy products. But Ji Park also said, yeah, timing is everything still. Sometimes it's not you, but just that she had a really bad time argument with her boyfriend, came out to talk to you, and you're trying to tell them about this vitamin C from color vitamin C, and she's just not in the mood to try anything new because she just had a very bad argument with the boyfriend and doesn't want to see Ji Park because he looks just like her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend to be. So he said, well, and meet her again in a month. They might be back together having a very happy life. Then his story or the products might go in because it's different timing. So yes, consistency and continuous exposure is very necessary, but how would you share to the point where they switch brands? So first of all, if you try it one time, twice, she's not switching, don't be surprised. It takes a professional salesperson, seasoned, experienced, smooth salespeople. It will take about 7 to 8 touches. Yeah, and then they might consider even trying our products, right? But I want to have a higher success rate. So how do we share? So I'm going to do a little experiment. Did I kick myself out because I can't see? I'm still here. Okay. So let's say I'm trying to sell you an apple. Ambrosia organic. And apparently it's really good. Apparently apples are really good. So what I'm trying to do here is I learn about apple. But I don't really like apples actually. But I'm going to try to sell you an apple. So I Google and I learned that apples can be very good fruit to help you lose weight. Good antioxidant. And it's also, there's a famous saying that an apple a day keeps a doctor away, right? So if you just like go to benefits of apple, I can talk about apples for like 2 hours, no problem. It may protect against heart disease. It may be beneficial for bone health. Did you know that apples are that great, right? So I might consider. Or here's apple information, right? Amazing. Christina, would you like to try? It's amazing. You can unmute yourself. There you go.
Hi. I can't unmute myself. Is it sweet?
It's just enough sweet. And the texture of this apple is perfect. It's hard. It's a bit tart to the perfection. And look at my skin. I've been eating it every day for the past 2 weeks. And my neighbor tells me that I look younger than my daughter. Would you like to give it a shot? Here.
Well, is it expensive? I mean, if it's affordable and it's that wonderful, why not? I'll try it.
There you go. So unless Christina had allergy for apples, and the silly demonstration that I did right now, and I only had apples in my fridge. I was hoping to find something, anything more exciting. But the thing is, my mere try to tell someone about the benefits of apples, some people, yeah, oh really? Yeah, okay, sure. But I don't know. I'm not really sure about the benefits of apples, but I really enjoyed it. And the thing is, I've been eating it for 2 weeks. And my neighbor, poor neighbor, he always comes on my conversation, but she doesn't like me necessarily that much, but she complimented on my skin. that I'm looking much younger than 5 years ago, 2 weeks ago, like my teenage daughter. This silly demonstration is just a simple illustration of sometimes, even if you didn't know about the polyphenols and all the benefits of apple, sometimes when you actually tried it, and I might not be as educated on this apple, I have no shame. Like, I'm not that strong. It was pre-cut, by the way. I didn't like crack it open. I'm not that strong. It just gives everyone that, because everyone has something called conscious insight. So even if you're a very seasoned person, there's certain area you cannot touch unless you tried it and you've tasted it and then you see the results. Let it be our skincare. Then your skin will have to talk. You have to use enough, not just using it so that, okay, so I know this is lotion, this is toner. Unless you're Togu Lee Imperial Master, we have to know that, oh, how my face really, really feels when I tried the Fame. And also when I tried the Absolute, I might not be able to list out the ingredients and the technologies and all that jazz. But if you know, if you tried it yourself, then there's a power in it. And I didn't even say much. I just started to eat the apple and I really enjoyed it. And hopefully I do enjoy it. This is really good apples that I picked out from a store the other day. And it should be enough for someone to go, okay, if it's not like super expensive, like it's not some golden apple, I'll give it a shot. And Christina just literally met me, right? So I think, hold on, I'm going back to the file here. People are influenced. You cannot convince people anymore because there's so much information that's open. So nobody really takes it. It's a new thing? No, it's been years. You go into a store and immediately you pull out your phone and you check it on Amazon. Immediately you go and Google and see if it's true. No, people do that. And I find it kind of crazy at the beginning, but I learn what people are doing when you're talking, especially when you used to do it at a one-day seminar in person. I have people keep going on the phone. So I talk to the leaders and there's one person that keep coming every time at the very front. And she always does that in Vancouver. And then I realized that no, they're not texting. They were checking to see, yeah, Komar, yeah, Carrie, they check. You cannot elbow people. You cannot push people into believe things anymore. So is it really great to know all of the ingredients, technologies? Absolutely, if you can do it. But people are influenced simply, it's actually very simple that they're moved. Their heart is moved by your very firm belief on simple facts. And usually it's our own testimony. It's what happened to me. So it has to be believable and you might not even try it. So I think she might be here today. I think I saw her name. I'm not going to tell you who it is. There's a member. I think she's adorable. She's always smiling. She always greets you when you used to see her at the center. And poor thing, in 1 week, everything happened to her. Everyone in Canada, they love the shower head. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I have not had one complaint, but it happened to her. One lemon out of, I don't know how many we sold. One lemon. So it's just spewing water out from one. And I'm like, oh no, well, I'll exchange for you. Don't worry. And then the same week, I got another picture from her sponsor saying she ordered the masks. It's nothing to do with Atomy Canada, but it came so smashed. All the masks were like coming out. All 5 boxes are damaged. So I'm like, oh, why? Because it just gives off that energy, right? And I'm like, you know, I'll do what we can to replace. I know she loves Atomy products, but it's very unfortunate. And then the very next week, the same sponsor sent me another update. I'm like, oh my God, because she's been taking, can I even say it? I'm not going to say her name. It's privacy. She was taking one of her supplements Do you know apple venom? Apple venom from Korea. And first, I think she was really busy. She wasn't able to exercise even. But in 3 months, she went from size 10 to 4. And she's a distributor. So it's not like, and I'm already a member. So she doesn't need to convince me over anything. I already am eating it. Yes, same member. And this is another story. Somebody, I know it's a bit private, so again, I won't mention her name. Somebody told me that her ex-husband completely, they're amicable, everything's fine, but obviously not very, a big fan of Atomy by the time this happened. And then they found out that secretly shopping Atomy products behind the ex-wife. And then found out, these products is not coincidence. Mr. Park said, you're selfish if you're keeping it to yourself. It's okay in my community if you keep your piano teacher and the swim coach to yourself. We don't judge, okay? But everything else, you should share. So Atomy products are the strongest tools. Let's not joke about it. We want the balanced life. We want everything, but we need consumers. We need consumers that will come and shop over and over and over and again, right? All the consumers. But how does it even start? We have to share with such passion that they will even consider looking at that direction. So I'm usually very shy. So the Apple demonstration, I was like, I got to do something today to make a mark, to up. If you're going to be doing Atomy sharing for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, do you want to do it for 10 years? I don't expect you to do it. I don't want to do it for too long. Then how do we up it? Go crazy about the products until to the point where you get everything wrong, but someone very logical, like Christina or Inhe, they'll be like, oh, maybe I should give it a shot. That's a total success. Total success. But you have to be like somewhat crazy about it. But given that you're generally a logical person, then people will be like, I've never heard Elaine that excited about something or like products. Do we ever attach ourselves and give emotions to products? I never have. I was never a loyal customer for any brand. No strings attached. Are you kidding me? But with this, to the point where I will decide to leave my real estate career, which was totally fun, not so fun with one end, but I had such drive for that profession. But why did I jump from that to do this? I am so determined to make it all the way here. And what's fueling it is because if these products can keep me a loyal customer for past 5-6 years, and some of my trickiest, snobbish Korean women with given like millions of options for skincare, then I don't know what else to say. And I told you that neighbor, she does not like me. I don't know why, but she still continues to buy anything that I use. So you used to look puffy, but you look better than 8 years ago. I'm not going anywhere. Anything I touch, what's that? What's that? Give me 3. Me, my sister, and my mom. She doesn't even share to her friends. Like, come on, give me more. And she doesn't go anywhere further because she wants to keep it to herself. Right? But that's not how we do it. So I hope, my time is running out of here. I hope that you already knew all this. But I hope that it's reminding you today. Do you want to really deal with a lot of customers all the time because you're a people person? By all means. I am not. I love people, but not to the point where I want to deal with customers for hundreds of years. What do we need to do? Build a solid consumership, auto consumership. But it has to start from me being a crazy person that's usually don't go crazy over any other stuff on a regular basis, but you are a complete auto consumer yourself. And you radiate that madness. Is product appreciation really important in success in Atomy? I say better believe it. Absolutely, yes. So I'm going to end it right here. I hope you had an entertaining evening. And you already knew that But if you're going to go and meet that friend anyways, and it took you 3 weeks to make that appointment, then add a little more zing to it. I'm usually very shy. Ask people. I can't believe I just did that with Apple, but Christina still wanted to try it. Okay. I'm done here. Okay, Mike.
Thank you,
You don't
Essie.
agree?
Wow. No, I agree. Every word that you said, right? Whenever Essie is on the lecture, we cannot just miss her words, right? We try to compute what he's speaking. Right? Once you miss 1 second, then you just lost. That's why you get the full attention from all of us, Essie. Thank you again.
All right. So this is the first time we're doing it this format. So what do we do now? Are we going to invite the leaders?
You gotta pick one of us.
Okay, Mike, you go first.
Really, me? Okay. Thank you again, Essie, and hello everyone who's joining. Because I'm not really a fan of Apple myself, but luckily I have my Apple Phenon. I have it like 6 boxes. I ordered from Korea. I just don't want to being sold out, right? Let me just take it. For those of you who haven't tasted what Apple Phenon from Atomy is, kind of bitter, like you eat it like the skin, but you have like a sweet taste of it. But the more you eat it, that bitter taste from the skin is actually fading away. When you finish it, you want to take the second one, which you have to wait until like 10 to 12 hours. Okay. It's kind of big, right? I have to chew it first.
So, Apple Phenon is delicious. So, Mike, what we're trying to do here is you're demonstrating a product, or?
Oh, not yet. I've got 5 minutes. So that was my first minute, right? So yeah, what I was emphasizing, I love the slide that Essie said, the USA. I myself, pretty much I talk USA every day, right? A lot of my members, they just want to jump into the business right away. I said, wait a minute, don't get too fast, right? Atomy, you don't have to rush everything. We are not like a quick get rich quick scheme, something like that, right? We this is a business. We need to make consumer. But before you make consumer, who do you make consumer? Yourself. You have to be your own consumer of your own Atomy stores, right? We have the Atomy online store. We are the distributor. How do you distribute a product if you haven't even tasted? If you haven't even know what it tastes, what it looks like, you just send like an ad and then all the information and hoping somebody else buy and then bring you PV. For me, that's not a good conscience, right? Even our CEO said, you don't have a conscience if you try to do that. And you are not doing the business right way, and then you don't have the right foundation. One day your foundation collapse, that's it. And sharing, what does the sharing means? Sharing the product experience. Even if I don't have my Apple Phenon with me, I can tell them, just like Essie said, it tastes like this, the bitter of the skin. And then when you eat more, you can taste a little bit of sweet. When you finish it, you actually overcome all those bitter from the skin. So that taste is actually the one that sells the product. You don't really have to be like a salesman trying to sell everything. I hate sales, right? That's why the S and the USA is not selling, sharing the product experience that you tasted yourself. And then the last one, this is most important, is when I tell to all my leaders or future leaders or future partners, I ask them, what do you want to be in Atomy? Consumer, happy with the products? Just try the product and love it. But if you want to be like one of us, meaning we are masters, that means we're going to go up the rank. The A part, that's the part that you cannot take it away. Oh, I don't like meeting. I could be asleep after hearing the same thing for over and over. I don't care. If you want to be the leader, you have to attend all the meetings, right? That's why Essie pointed out, it's perfectly, if we want to be the right distributor, building the right foundation from the start, you have to do USA. Thank you, Essie.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. And I thought you were going to do another demonstration with apple fennel, so I was getting nervous.
Thank
You
you.
know, we don't have to go far, Mike. I remember when Peter, every time, because I used to, you know, we're very close to Mike's team, even in lineage, very close. Um, and it's like literally next door. And I know Peter's story, but every time I hear his story, there's nothing. You don't need to know what's in him or him, but you know, sweet Peter couldn't walk 5 minutes and he found himself lost in the shopping mall for 11 hours, walking around for 11 hours after him or him. And this man, I share with my team that this man, Peter, believes that Atomy products are saving lives, right? So he doesn't even have to raise his voice loud, but it's just life-changing actions for him, the sharing. I think if you have that type of conviction, then everything else should come really, really smoothly. So thank you for sharing Peter's testimony. That's just so gold, you know? Thank you,
No
Peter.
problem.
Hi.
Hi, Peter.
Okay, who else is here? Ju. She let us in. Is Ju here?
Yes. Hi.
Hi, you're up.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Ju here from Perth. I just had to take him because I was very hungry. I've been eating a bit of fruit this morning and I had to go to an appointment, just came back, and when Essie was talking about apple,
She
I
even
wanted to
typed, I'm
eat it.
hungry in the chat.
Yeah, I was. So I had a
Another
bit of,
flavor, please.
I just had to have a bit of watermelon and yeah, I want it. And I was drooling. And I just had to, while Mike was eating apple fennel, I grabbed my second ham and him for the day, and it's only not even 11 a.m. in Perth, so you know, that was that's still my breakfast. And yeah, I totally agree. I mean, as you all know, Atomy is a product-based company. So without product, there is no business, right? And if you ask successful masters how many products they're using, you will know that they use almost everything, right? And I often ask my members, how many products do you actually use? And I will ask them to list. In Australia, we have about 100 products, and I get another at least 100 products from Korea for my members. So, you know, we've got a lot. And I mean, myself, I use over 100 products, and I'm sure I missed something. And that is the key. Um, and I'm sure our chairman, you've heard a chairman say, um, I mean, we've got like 85% of members are just happy consumers, and that's why Atomy is so big, right? It's only about 15% people who are doing it as a business. Why is that? Because people love products. Once you use the products, you can't go back to the brands that you used to buy from outside. So it's so important that we experience the product. And for me personally, it's the skincare really got me. And if the skincare wasn't that good and I didn't get the results, I probably will find it difficult to do business, because you can't just sell the business making money side of it. It's all about the products, as you know, right? So it's very important. The first thing we do is convert our household to Atomy products. You will hear, I'm sure, people say, oh, I'm still using this, you know, this product, that product, and I'll wait until I finish. And I often say, I said, guess what? You will never finish the product you're using. So you just need to put aside and give Atomy products a go. And if you don't like it, then you can always go back to the product that you used to buy. And majority of people will not go back to the brands because they will see the quality. So it's so important that you experience the product, right? So in Australia, we've just got this the daily shade mask, because we used to get it from Korea, but we've got it now. 3 different ones: brightening, firming, and moisturizing. And I've done like the peel off mask challenge with my members, and just about everyone who's tried it had amazing results. And what I've decided to do is I'm going to challenge for not just the 7 days or 10 days, but 30 days. So I started on the 1st of January because I'm out of mask, peel off mask, but I think I should be able to get it today. So any mask, we've got this sheet mask, peel off mask. We don't have the gel mask anymore, but I'm going to alternate. And I tell you what, it's the first time I actually used this one. I've used the marine gel mask from Korea, but it's so moisturizing. It's like sticky almost. And when I used it on the 1st of January, next morning, I really noticed the difference. So I've used the last 3 days, and I'm going to try for 30 days straight. And that is going to be like just, for me, it's like building habits, right? We all talk about building like small habits. And after doing 30 days, doing 7 days, it's going to be a piece of cake. A lot of people say, oh, I can't do it for 7 days. But,
Did you take the picture? Did you take the
Which one?
picture on the 1st of January?
No.
Okay, it's going to her, so maybe
Yeah.
you can. You're already beautiful, but
Uh-huh.
before and after, always. Honestly.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll do it now because I've still got 27 days to go.
Yes.
But the thing is, the point I'm trying to make is that you need to use the product, and also so the people actually notice it. So you're not really selling, you're simply sharing. We don't want to sell, it's too stressful, right? But we, as you know, we don't need to sell, right? People will just come to you. What was the something? Oh yeah. So another point that I would like to make is that if you use the products deliberately out when you're in public. So let's say that you want to introduce to someone things like hand therapy. It's something small that you can keep it in your in your pocket or in your handbag, so you use it and get people to just to try. Whenever I get people to try, I draw like a little love heart, and people try, they feel it, they know how amazing it is. So when people see you use the products, there's at least 10 products I can think of that you can use in public. The mist, the lip glow, sunscreen. I even used to do the peel off gel and peel off mask demo at a coffee shop with a friend, right? So you just have to be using the product so people can see it, so they ask questions. So yeah, I totally agree that without the products, if you don't appreciate the products, then you cannot be successful. Right. So thank you. That's my sharing.
Thank you, Ju, so much. Ashley, that's a wonderful tip. I think Jadic from Malaysia said that. If you're shy, he said he just starts spraying and it's a young guy, and starts spraying the mist, and people are, ooh, what is that, right? So it's an exposure. And I see it's Christina again. That's right. We don't sell. We tell. We share. We recommend. We expose. We radiate, right? And I love the heart is cute. I think Walter did something really, really sweet the other day. He made this flower rose with the tissue from Taiwan. Like, there's so many ways you can expose them to our products and see us enjoy it. Then it will be shared. So distribution shouldn't just be the hard sales, because I don't really know how that goes well, but we do that actively. So thank you so much. Yes. Is Jessica here? I know I saw her, but I don't see her video. Jessica, my darling.
I think she messaged off the camera.
Oh.
She might be off the camera.
No, she was here. How about Israel? Can you talk? He's been texting.
Yep.
Are you driving?
I'm here.
Yes, the apple is organic. Hello. That's our Opa.
Hello, everyone. He's
a
little loud here in the background. So, yeah, so Essie, really amazing job. I really love the fact that, you're actually eating Apple. I don't have one here, so I have to go grocery shopping soon. So yeah, I think my message is clear to all the new members. Like Mike said, a lot of people come in to make money with Atomy, but they kind of rush into the stage of going straight into the business without properly trying all the products. So Atomy is only successful because not only we have absolute quality product, but we have absolute price. So if you cannot truly recognize that and really believe it in your core, heart, then the prospects won't believe you either. You can talk all about, oh yeah, we have great products, but people can see through your eyes that you're lying. And but people can also see through your eyes and your skin that you've actually been using the products. And I cannot tell you how much all these estheticians come through my nail salon, and their profession is, doing facial, and they look at my skin and they say, "This is flawless," and that kind of opens up the door for me to share my Atomy. And of course, they use products that are like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and still it's very hard for them to change their consumer habit. But I think you nailed it to the point. You can be the best salesman, but it still needs repeated recognition and kind of like visualization of keep mentioning over and over, not to put it to the point you're pushing them, but then you just kind of indirectly say, "Hey, how you doing?" And yeah, like my skin's looking good still, thanks, like kind of like throwing it out there, like little jabs, right? And then you look for I don't box, but I think that the analogy is you kind of do jab, and then like you do the uppercut when it's time, like Jung Park said, waiting for the right moment. But again, I think we really, true value, and that's why I really enjoyed your topic. Just by looking at your topic, I knew that this is going to be a very interesting conversation today we're having. And yeah, not only we are very grateful for having an amazing product, which we should all try, and that is the reason why we're so successful, but we still have an amazing price. And that is the recipe of becoming successful with this business. We just need to just be resilient and then persistent and patient when it comes to creating auto consumers. So yeah, like you said, I think understanding, if you don't understand all the ingredients, because it's already there on the website. So if that's something that you cannot do, which I cannot figure out all the ingredients, at least you can tell them where they're from. If you at least understand what's Comar, at least understand what Carry is, and the main products, how they're originated from, and how credible those manufacturers are OEM or ODM, I think you are already more than halfway there. So yeah, I think that's all the comments I have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Israel. Yes. And the trust issue, I just remembered a Star Master from Korea came here, and she lost at the very beginning of her Atomy. She said she didn't have enough funds to try everything at once. So she didn't get to try our herbal shampoo. And then she lost the consumer who went to another team and became a very high rank, because that consumer asked her, "So the shampoo you're saying is great. How big is the bottle?" And she couldn't answer like right away because she never seen it. She never seen it. She never used it. And then she was explaining, yeah, there's like herbs and 30 and da 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 da. So when the other person says, "So how big is it?" Like, it's 500 mil, right? At least you can say, yeah, it's about this big and it's good size, whatever. But she couldn't do it. Immediately she frowned and said, "You haven't even tried." She lost trust. She said she never made that mistake again. And then she saw her becoming like a diamond master and all that. Yeah, she did really well in another team. She's like, oh, so she's like, it's a trust issue. And that one little mistake can cost the whole team everything. So yes, and they can see right through your eyes, right? Because we have this something called conscience. So yes, it's beyond just being effective, I guess. So thank you, Israel. I think Jessica couldn't unmute herself. Our lovely Jessica from Malaysia. Hello. Mike, did you find her? You need to maybe, someone unmute her, please.
Yeah, I try unmuted her, but doesn't go anything.
No? Jessica?
The host.
The
Okay, one
host
second.
can allow.
1 second. Okay, try again, Jess. She's a co-host. Should be allowed.
Oh, I don't know what's happening. So Jessica Punyan from Malaysia, she's also one of
Try
our
again.
6 friends, and she's a Leaders Club member.
Jess,
Still
can
can.
you quickly quit and then rejoin? Just quit the app and then rejoin.
Oh,
Okay,
she
she's
left.
quitting. Yeah, should be a couple seconds.
Yes. All right. So is everyone enjoying tonight? I know it's the beginning of the year. It's not an early time for Canada, but it's so good to see everyone. And Jessica will be, okay, there she is. Jessica, put your hand up so we can see you. Oh, there she is. Yeah, she's unmuted.
Yes, finally.
Hello.
Hi, hello. Sorry. Okay. It's my turn, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm outside. So, but I did listen what Essie shared, Mike shared, you shared, Easy shared. I do agree with everyone. For a business to grow, is the key is the products. We must try. Do you guys have ever go through that? Oh, I'm a man. I don't use skincare. I don't use product. So because of you're a man, that you are not willing to try. So you couldn't share and grow your business. I mean, because Atomy has a lot, but for me, I told my partners, even though you're a guy, but you have your sister, you have your mom, can be your testimony. You can even see the difference, the transformation you see in your own mom. Why don't you change? Give that product to your mom, and you can see the transformation, and you have your own testimony there to share. Maybe Absolute is not for you, but maybe it's for your mom. Hydra is maybe it's not for you, but maybe it's for your sister. You see, so we all have a choice of how we want the share and build the business, because to be really successful, we need to become a good consumer. Even though we don't need that product, we still need to purchase that product. Why? As he said, only then we can share it in our own way, because we cannot keep on borrowing people's testimony. You see, because not everybody can relate to other people, but they want to hear from you. At least through your testimony, there will be more, they feel, oh, okay, Essie used it. So I can see Essie's transformation. You see, the willingness to try rather than not trying at all. So that is the key in to be successful in Atomy, which is the product. So try the product, even though you don't need it, purchase it at least once. You'll be so surprised. I have an example. Have you guys tried the hair essential oil in Atomy? Yeah.
Love it.
I used to hate hair essential oil. I hate any brand because how it made my hair look so oily. So when Atomy had its own hair essential oil, I look at it, I was like, I'm never going to use this because I know what's going to do to my hair. I already assume instead of trying myself, until when I saw a hair essential during a demo session, I got curious. So I went to try and put on my hair, and I was so surprised of the result that on my hair, you see, then I was like, oh my gosh, why I, try it. But sorry, because nobody in the team bought the hair essential. And especially when I am the leader for the team. And I myself not willing to try the product. Therefore, I cannot share. So until one of my family, which is my aunt, tried the product, she had that hair essential there. And she also don't use it, but she just purchased it. And I tried the hair essential. it is a mind-blowing experience. So what I did, I shared and I sent some videos how it is and how it feels through my own experience. Suddenly, everybody start buying hair essential. So that is how Atomy products, by just becoming a consumer, can boom your business. So be a consumer, even though it's not for you, but just try it, because it might be for you, but it might not be for you, but it might be somebody around us. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I know Jessica is a stunning lady, but with her mask on, I'm like, you really have really beautiful eyes. Oh my God. Right? And thank you. That is so true. A lot of men or women, actually, it's not just men. People just feel like they can get away with not having to try all the products and still, yeah, I can maybe do sell. But I think if the mind is on it, I know a lot of men, they found very creative way to try products, even Earth Day. I think his wife is in this chat room, in this room right now. Her husband, they work together, and husband even tried a Earth Day just to see how it feels. And then I know another gentleman, he has to work a long time standing up. So he uses it in like a shoe insole. And there, if your heart is there, you understand that it needs to be consumed, then it's going to be you who's going to experience it firsthand. I think people will try and find a way to do it. Yeah, people do get influenced by our belief, for sure. True. Understanding and trying is the key. Oh, wow. Honestly, this group is the best. So I think that's it. I know we're a few minutes past. We try to always end it on time. Not only we have the name police, we have a time police in my team. So if I go over time, they don't like you so much. So, okay. Please take me off the spotlight. Yes, remove. So we have 5 more speakers, and we're always trying to find a way to share value. So we, Mike did a, what do you call that? Roulette? What is it?
Wheel of names, like a rotating pick name.
I don't go to casinos. So I don't know who's next, but I'm very honored and happy to be here at the very beginning of the year. I wish every one of you a huge success in achieving your goals and towards a balanced life, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Essie.
Yay!
Everyone can unmute if you want.
Thank you,
Unmute.
Essie. That was beautiful. You look beautiful. You look well. So that's great.
Yes. we're very nice to each other. Oh, there's someone who's going to get in right now. Should we admit anyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Jessica. Yeah.
Take care, everybody. Take care. Health first.
Bye. Happy New Year, everyone. See you next
See you
week.
next week.
Dreams.
Thank you, Essie.
Bye. Thank you, Essie.
Hey. See you next week. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Christina. I put you on the spot so many times, but thank you for being a good sport.
That's okay.
Love it.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, Team Philippines
Thank you.
and Taiwan.
Oh, wow.
My team.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.